Well, let's bring in the Tech Guide editor, Stephen Fenech now. Good to see you again, Stephen. Just for our viewers at home, I like the way you described it when we spoke last hour about what went wrong here, that it's basically a security guard who sits in the back of these programs and fends viruses and whatnot away, but was asleep this time, basically.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the update really was the issue. The update wasn't tested before it was deployed, and unfortunately, the domino effect, everyone downstream then was affected because of they were all linked to the same CrowdStrike protection. That's their Falcon product, which is it swoops in to save them from any kind of hacking or any kind of intrusion. This time it's like the security guard that's supposed to protect the people coming in from outside is the one that did the damage. But it is taken its toll worldwide, as you see, and hopefully they'll learn. Like CrowdStrike have come out and are so apologetic about it, but I think they should take some learnings out of this. That we need to really talk about possible redundancies. I think the approach for companies now is, well, we've got a rock solid system. Why do I need a redundancy? It's like you buy a car and you expect it to work every day. You don't have a spare car in case that other one doesn't work. That's the approach of the massive systems that they've been deployed here. So I think there may be some sort of view to the future to perhaps have a backup system, a separate operating system. So in this case, because it was a Microsoft issue, because the CrowdStrike was linked to the Microsoft platform, then they may have a Linux or a Mac system as a backup just to get them out of situations like this if it ever occurs in the future.
Stephen, just in the story before you, we saw the crippling impact on businesses worldwide. Have you got any advice for Australian businesses this morning who are waking up, still counting the costs and trying to get back online?
Yeah, well, CrowdStrike have since sent another update. So there were the erroneous update, which is what caused all the problem. They've since deployed the proper update to get them back to the normal systems. They've even given manual instructions so that IT managers can get in and actually look for the file they need to delete to get them back up and running again, to restart the system. But yeah, that's going to take the time. Is that IT managers around the world are having to restart systems, deploy this update, and make sure that the system's operating properly before they can resume their normal business, their normal check-ins, their normal banking, the normal retail. Yeah, that's going to have a bit of a flow-on effect. It's going to take some time. But yeah, the good news is that they've already started the recovery.
Yeah, look, there's a couple of points that come to mind this morning about flow-on effects from this. I mean, it's just going to energise the argument that we've got to keep the cash, just because all of that goes down, and then all of a sudden you've got all these planes that have been grounded. There's it doesn't take much, does it, Stephen?
Yeah, that's the real worry here. That one line of code potentially could stop the world, and it's alarming to think that something so small could have such a devastating effect. I think that there's some bad actors perhaps around the world looking at what happened and getting ideas on how they can cripple a system. So I think that we need to be ever vigilant now, even more so, to ensure that this doesn't happen. This happened by accident. Hopefully, it'll never happen by design if someone's trying to hack into the systems.
Yeah, it says a lot about the world's reliance on one company, doesn't it? Stephen Fenech, good to have you back on. Thanks so much for joining us.